saw it a couple of days ago with my friend Vic, my buddy Vic, in the movies. We did a little thing, real quick reaction, but this is the review now. Non-spoilers, don't worry, I'm not gonna give much away from nothing at all. Okay, this was directed by Damien Leone, and it stars David Thornton as Art the Clown, and Lauren Lavera as Sienna Shaw. It also has, returning to reprise her role, Samantha Scafidi, who was in the first Terrifier, which I believe Damien also directed. Okay, so what's the basic premise here? We're talking about a year after the events of the first Terrifier movie. The clown went into hiding. If you saw the first one, you know kind of where he went after he kind of resurrected, whatever that means. A year later, we come to the household of Sienna, her brother, her little brother, and her mother. They're all kind of still reeling from the loss of their father, who had passed away around the same time as the murders by Art the Clown. Basically, he kind of gets slowly into their lives and begins, and it falls on Halloween night again, so he starts his killer spree on Halloween night. So get ready. And for one, let me just tell you, this movie was good. It was good. It was like a good horror film. Like, you want horror, you go see Terrifier 2. Go see it. You know, I know it's limited engagements, whatever, but this movie is very unappreciated. Like, I don't, you know, like, I even think that Art the Clown as a character is underappreciated at this point. I mean, he makes it look like Ronald McDonald. He's like hardcore. That clown is scary, and there is no, if you saw the first film, you know right now that there are no boundaries he will not go over, none at all. I think Lauren Lavera as this character Sienna, Sienna, you kind of see her character development in this film to the point that I ended up really genuinely caring for this girl. You know, she's like still reeling from her father's death, but he left things for her to kind of like live on, go on, you know, so that she can continue to move on, her and her younger brother. But specifically her, she has this incredible talent of designing her own costumes and her own makeup, which you see her do in the film to prepare for a Halloween party later in the movie. But, you know, as things come to a head with her encounter with Art the Clown, her and her friends encounter him, other people encounter him, you know, it becomes like a total blood fest. It becomes a gore fest. And Sienna, you know, she struggles. You see a character here, a young girl who struggles with fear, with anxiety, with many issues. But what you see in the film as it progresses is a slow, sure kind of development to her to kind of like overcome these things. Now, that sounds kind of cliched. I know that's in a lot of movies, but in the case of a murderous clown who unknowingly resurrected the movie before, you can't help but wonder what the heck is going on here. And that's what makes this movie different from the last one. There are new elements that have been introduced into this film that I did not see coming. I'm not going to really get into them, but I mean, they were kind of a little bit there at the end of the first film. You know, and it's kind of up there with the whole, I don't know how to say this without giving it away. It just goes to another level. Let's just put it that way. It goes to another level, and you got to have an open mind and just kind of still take it all in. Remember, this is a movie, this is popcorn entertainment, this isn't the meaning of life. So when you come across this kind of thing, you kind of have to be like, okay, this is good. And Sienna, you know, ultimately handles the situation with Art the Clown and his constant killing and he doesn't just kill. He torments, and then he kind of, you know, what he did in the previous movie, except he does it 10 times more in this film. So if you liked how all of that happened in the first movie, you're gonna love this movie. It's like everything's more intense. The blood is more intense, the gore is more intense, a lot of practical effects. Some of them look a little bit more real than others. Admittingly, like some of it to me looked like there was one scene where I was like, that looks so plastic, you know, but you know, when you're working with practical effects, you're working with practical effects, you know, so it's all good. There's a lot of wonderful scenes. There's actually also if I can give this away, a cameo by Felicia Rose from Sleepaway Camp. It's real quick. So I was like, oh, look who's there. Felicia Rose from Sleepaway Camp. Awesome job. I like that. Let's talk about Samantha Scafidi. She played Victoria Hayes in the last film, and we saw her fate in the last movie. If you saw it, you know what happened to her. You see it again here. That hasn't changed, but what bugged me, I'm thinking about the very end of the movie. There's a post-credit scene, kind of like a semi-post-credit scene, so don't get up once the credits start rolling. And it involves Victoria Hayes. It involves Scafidi's character, and I want you to watch that because this movie definitely begs for a part 3. This is definitely the beginning of a brand new franchise. I think that Art the Clown is going to become a legend. I think he already is. You know, he's up there. I personally believe he's up there with Freddy Krueger, with Jason, with Michael Myers, with all the greats. He is definitely a member of the club, so to speak. You know, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys are gonna produce and create in the future, because this movie needs to come out more. People will go see this movie. I hope they release more of it. I think I saw an unrated version of it. There was actually a report of people throwing up and fainting during the viewing of this film when it was starting to be released in theaters here and there throughout the country. And I was like, holy snap, really? So I'm gonna give Terrifier 2 4 coffee cups. I am generous. It's October, it's Halloween, and it's Terrifier. It's Art the Clown. You don't mess with Art the Clown. It's an incredible, well-made film, and this is definitely the beginning of a franchise that's going to tantalize a lot of horror enthusiasts for years to come. So get ready for more of Art the Clown in the future. But when you go see this, don't say I didn't warn you. All right, so if you did see it, talk to me, comment below, share with me what you think about your thoughts about Art the Clown and Terrifier 2. Let me know. And if you like what you see here, please comment below. Tap on that bell for future notifications for future Horror and Coffee content. Horror and Coffee here in the month of October, celebrating Halloween and getting into all these horror movies. More to come here on this channel. Please keep coming back. Hit the like and all that jazz. This is Ralph Perez, Horror and Coffee. Take care.